Hello there, my friends. Marcus here with you for the Miles Franklin channel and a quick video about the gold to silver ratio. If you look at the top, you can see the current price of gold at $12.44, silver at $14.63, which leaves the gold to silver ratio right at 85 to 1. And something that we've talked about here a fair amount at Miles Franklin, the opportunity to swap gold for silver at the current ratio. The short version is that a lot of people talk about a 15 to 1 gold to silver ratio, which in some ways was mandated by the 1792 Coinage Act, and is a data point a lot of people cite. Now, again, whether government decree is going to determine the future gold to silver ratio, I have some skepticism about. Yet, as I've spoken to many silver experts like Keith Neumeyer, David Morgan, and others, and continue to hear that at this point, due to the consumption of so much of the silver for industrial applications, that there's actually less above ground silver than gold at this point. So forget about the Earth's crust for a second. We'll get to that. But if you looked at how much silver and how much gold is out there, that there's actually more gold above ground than silver, primarily because the gold stays there and is not consumed, whereas the silver is. Now, in terms of below the ground, I hear estimates of anywhere from 8 to 1 or 17 to 1 ratio in the Earth's crust, meaning that there is more silver in the Earth's crust, yet certainly ways off from the current 85 to 1. Obviously, there are a lot of different factors that go into the pricing of precious metals. So this isn't just to say, all right, just because there's this much and this is the ratio of the Earth's crust, that it's going to move here. Yet when you think just about those two data points, that let's call it 10 to 1, that there's 10 times more silver in the crust than gold. Again, there's some room for debate in those numbers, but just to keep things simple, if there's a 10 to 1 of what's coming out in the Earth's crust, and there was 10 to 1 more silver in actually out there above ground than just from the ratio of the actual supply and demand, you could say maybe it makes sense for it to be a 10 to 1 pricing. Yet if there's actually less above ground silver than gold, you could make the argument that it would have to go past 10 to 1 or lower than 10 to 1 just to compensate for that. Again, I'm not saying that's guaranteed to happen. We've rarely seen the gold to silver ratio anywhere near those levels in quite a long time. Yet certainly 85 to 1 does seem a bit high. And I would say there's a lot of consensus about that with the silver experts I talk to. So if you do have gold and you would like to trade for silver, fortunately, Miles Franklin does run a program where you're able to swap your metals. So you can send in gold, you will receive silver back. And what's nice is there is no cash out of pocket. It's just a straight swap. Again, if you do like digging into any of the other metals, we can see, again, palladium has been soaring lately, while platinum a good bit lower, and I know there are a lot of folks who like swapping palladium for platinum at these levels. So again, any metals that you do want to swap, just wanted to let you know that Miles Franklin does offer that, and you can find out more information by calling 1-800-822-8080, and especially with today's pricing, seems like some good opportunities out there. So just wanted to pass that along. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you again soon.